like a criminal, criminal.
Meanwhile, on the other side of town, Shanti, Tommy, and Miguel get a rap over Miguel's spot, planning next moves. Cause they gotta get Che his goddamn money in like 6 hours and shit, plus kill Jenard and Ortega with a goddamn quickness. These motherfuckers had shit to do. Tommy like, I'll be back. His ass dip out. Dip out to find Jenard ass. This motherfucker. Jenard gots to go ASAP. Rolled up on an unassuming big Smurf and smoky Smurf. Goddamn shooter in a back alleyway and shit. These motherfuckers was out back crumbling herb and shit. There's only so much time left in this crazy world. I'm just crumbling herb. I'm just crumbling herb. Y'all motherfuckers don't know what the I'm talking about. Smurf like puff puff pass, player.
Puff puff pass.
These mofos was smoking that hay. Smoking on hay in the middle of the barn. Smoking on hay. But before the smoke could properly switch hands, Tommy crept around the corner with a big bag of bills and shit, and 2 big-ass guns rolled up on little players. Tossed the bag at their feet, drew the guns on their faces, and even though this looking hella bad for Smurf, he tell Tommy that he heard about what happened to JP, and even though they on opposite sides right about now, Tommy, you my mother and all that, I'm sorry about little JP. And while Tommy appreciate that, shit, he get right down to business. He like, Jenard, where he at? He like, why I'm here. Tells him Jenard was using again, Did you know that shit? Tells him they on a losing goddamn team. Did you know that shit? He like, I'm sure enough riding. Won't you come roll with me? Told him they could switch that shit up if they wanted. Come work with him. Even told him he partners with Miguel and Shanti, just so that they had an idea of what they was gonna be up against. Goddamn Shooter got to playing himself, didn't he? Shooter shot himself in the goddamn foot. Found himself at a goddamn disadvantage and shit. You can't be asking a player no serious shit when he high. This motherfucker just took a hit. Shooter was up. Up in the game. Let's see. Number 1. Wasn't no sincerity in his actions when he was talking to Tommy. He like, it, I'll flip. Like, since you forced my hand, Number 2, he immediately started reaching for that goddamn cash bag. Picked it up and all of that. And number 3, told Tommy ass he still ain't know where Jenard ass was. He ain't give up shit. This mofo gonna take the money and give up no goddamn info. Eyeballed an estimated count of how much was in the bag and all of that. Tommy like, okay, now we playing. Like it was a goddamn game show and shit, Dun 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 dun. Tommy like, okay, now we playing. Contestant number 2, what say you? Smurf like, I ain't no pancake. He like, if I flip with that hot butter and a little syrup running down my goddamn back, you would see I was a slippery ass mofo. And you would never trust me, you know. Goddamn Smurf had me hungrier than a mother, you know. Shit, I had to pause and make myself a goddamn omelet and shit, you know. Had me hungrier than a mofo with all that goddamn pancake talk and the goddamn drink was kicking in. Tommy like, you sure? Big Smurf like, let's get this shit over with, player. You know, hit Tommy with that Marvin. Let's get it on. Oh, baby. Let's get it on. Stuck his goddamn chest out and all of that to receive his goddamn bullet, you know. This cat was ready to meet Jesus with some goddamn integrity and shit. You know, I like that. Next thing. Next thing we heard, that gun went blah! Next thing we saw was goddamn Shooter slumped over like a overstuffed hefty bag and shit, you know. No goddamn way that mofo could be trusted. That goddamn game show silent buzzer went on all the words coming out of Shooter goddamn mouth, you know. Tommy tells Smurf to tell Jenard to watch his goddamn ass. He piece up out of there.